Hello and welcome to the next part of our Pixton lessons. We're actually going to be able to get in and kind of use the comic portion of it today and kind of have a little bit of fun with it. You'll see this assignment is spread over Wednesday and Thursday, so you can take a couple of days to kind of plan out your story and how you want it to play out. So going into the assignment, I have number one, obviously watch the video you're watching now. Use the link to sign into Pixton and then create a comic with the theme of fall or Halloween. So if you take a look at the rubric that I've attached here, you need to choose at least one background and use the focus button over 2 frames, and I'll show you what that means. Create 3 or more frames to your comic. Insert at least one character. Use at least one speech bubble and have your character use at least one thought bubble. So in order for you to get a perfect 100, you want to make sure that you meet all of these things. So we're going to work one by one through them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is use my log into Pixton. It's going to bring me to my classroom if I haven't logged out, which is good. If you have multiple classrooms, please make sure you click into mine, the one that says Clemens 4.3 or Klein 4.4 or Vonderstuck 5.4. Okay, then it'll bring you right to the spot where it says make a comic. If not, if you're in the class photo view, which is fine, you just need to switch over to my comics, and then we're going to go right here where it says make a comic, or over here where it says start comic. So we need to create a title first. So I'm going to call this Fall Fever. I do love fall, so I do always have fall fever when we get warm weather. I want it to be cold. All right, so now a few things. This is the free version of the program. So you'll notice that as you go through things, you'll start seeing these little locks here. Anything that is a lock is locked, so you can't use it, okay? So you'll have the free stuff up to a point, and then we hit the lock, and that's all stuff that you would have to pay in order to access. There is a ton of stuff on here, but don't go past this beginning part, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is pick a background that we might want to use. And so for me, I'm going to use this one. And once you click on it, it shows up over here, okay? Once I pick my background, I'm going to then choose my characters from up here. Okay, so I can go ahead and look at what they give me, which is only up to here, or I can actually go right on this purple button into my class. And this is going to show you the names of the people in your class so you can see who is who. You can look through, you can see everybody, and then you can use any of them in your actual character story itself. So I'm going to pick me. There I am. I click on me. And there I am. I'm looking out the window there. Isn't that nice? So you can pick any of the casual outfits. So you can actually change what they're wearing. This is, again, the free stuff. You'll see that if I click on something different like woman, it'll show me, again, up there, what's free. If I click my mom clothes, this is what's free. It's locked after that. So, again, just pay attention to where the locks are. I'm going to leave the outfit the way that it is. So here I am. This is actually perfect. Since it's fall fever, I'm gazing out the window. So I'm going to add words now. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to write something. So here's where you see the difference between a speech bubble and a thought bubble, or a shout or a whisper. And I'm going to show you what each of these looks like. For our particular project, you need I already inserted my character, so I need one speech bubble and one thought bubble. Of course, you can always have more than that, but that's the minimum that we have to have. So here's the, I'm going to use it with a speech bubble first. So I'm going to say, I can't wait until fall, exclamation point. So when I hit the check mark, there it is. See how it's a speech bubble with the point? And I should be able to click and drag this where I want it to go. And when I do that, it does actually redirect the point so you can see who it's coming from. So that's actually kind of a cool little feature that it has for that. So now that's the speech bubble. If I change this to a thought bubble, you're going to see the difference. See, now it's that fluffy cloud because I'm thinking it. I didn't say it. So now I'm thinking this, and sometimes it gets a little finicky about being able to click and drag it. It usually puts it in a spot that works well. I don't know why it doesn't like me moving it sometimes, but that's okay. And then you have shouting. So you're going to see this looks slightly different with the zigzag. You can tell that it's like, because of how they have the points around it. And then the last one is a whisper, if you're saying it real quietly. And that, when you read a comic strip, when you see this, is the whisper symbol, okay? So we're going to start for mine. I can't wait until it's fall. It's like me thinking about this. I want it to be a thought bubble. I'm thinking about it. I can't wait till it's fall. I'm looking out the window, okay? So that's my first part. Now, when I want to add my next one, I come over here to where it says Add Panel. That's going to create the next panel. Now, it's going to duplicate it. See how it's still, because they know that this is following a story. It's still me. It's still the window. Now, here's where the first one, it says choose a one background and use the focus button over 2 frames. This is what I mean by the focus button. So it has to do with the background. If I change the focus, so this shows how I can see how there's a fish in this one. It changes the part of the window. Now it looks like I'm walking to the window. This one makes it look like I'm walking away. So it kind of shifts the background, the focus of the background. It can zoom in. I could be like, oh, how much I love fall. Let's do that. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna put in another speech bubble. I'm gonna add my words. I'm gonna say it out loud this time. I just love fall so much! Exclamation point. And I'm going to let that go ahead. And there's my speech bubble about how I love fall. Okay, I'm going to add a new panel. And I'm going to change the focus again. And this time, I'm going to keep it zoomed in, but I'm looking out the window again. And now I'm going to add a new character. I'm going to add somebody new. And let's say I add this guy here. He's going to come into the, now he's standing there looking at me and he's like, let's add some words for him. What's so great about fall? Question mark. Oops, if I could type today. Question mark. And it's going to add his little speech bubble in here. What's so great about fall? Nobody really likes fall. All right, he doesn't like it. And I'm going to do one more panel with the 2 of us. Just like that. I'm going to click on my character. And I'm going to say, words. Oh, no, actions. So here I can change the position that I'm standing in, right? Because we're looking at each other, but I'm going to shout something. So I want this to be like this. I want to stand like this. That's not quite the look I'm looking for. Hold on. I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to look at a few more. Oh, I hit the lock section. Okay, can't do that. So I got to go back up. Oh, this might work. Nope, that's not what I want either. All right, then I'm going to use this one. Not that one. That one. There we go. And I'm going to say, let me add my words. And I'm going to yell it, shout it. And I'm going to do it in capital letters because I'm shouting it everything. All right. And that's it. I'm going to say, click on this character. And I want to change his face. Oh, stay here. I need to save this. Why is this not saving? Continue without saving. There we go. And we want to change his face to something that's unlocked. And he's going to go, yeah, that's right. Everything. So you have those faces that you can change with as well. So you have your actions and your faces. And then I'm going to say done. So now if I go ahead, once I hit done, I can say, take a look at it. And there's my panels. And you can see how it follows this along. Okay, so let's make sure that we actually hit everything that I needed to hit. So if I click on this, did I have a background with a focus over 2? Yes, I did that. Did I create at least 3 frames? 1, 2, 3. I did 4 frames, so I'm good there. At least 1 character, yes. 1 speech bubble, 1 thought bubble. I hit everything that I needed to hit. If once you go through and you look at that and you decide that you missed something or you want to change something, you always have the option of the edit button here. Okay, and then once you are done everything, what I would like you to do is share it in Classroom so that I can see the actual cartoon that you made. So you're going to click share. You're going to copy that. You're going to come to the assignment and you're going to add, and you're going to add the link that you just copied. So again, Control V is paste. Add that link in. There it is. So I'm able to get to it. I can click on it and see it. It'll take me there if I want to view it. And it's like a paper that I can actually print out. And you're going to turn that in for me. Okay, and then once I have your cartoons all created, I'll be able to share them with you as well so you can look at each other's and kind of have a fun view of everything that you each create. Okay, hope you have fun with this one. We'll play a little bit more with Pixton next week as well, but this will give you a good start on using the comic option.